Hello, hello, and welcome to Seven Sentinels. This is Grand Master Class, and I am Peter Simon with you. Today, we are conducting sessions for the subscribers and the regular students who have registered with Grand Master Class. And now we have Vaidehi Kokre from Ireland, Dublin, originally from Mumbai, Maharashtra, India. Right. Yeah. Now, so we are going to have the session. Yes. Vaidehi Kokre. We are going to have the speaking sessions. You can unmute. There will be some others. You don't mind. This is your session. Only your mic will be unmuted. Others will be just watching. So, right. So you can send your card. Okay, you have already sent the card. Yeah. So that's it. So this is the card which you have sent. 52-year-old transesophageal echocardiogram, right? Transesophageal cardiogram, yeah. So, right. So here is the card. This is the card that you have sent. So, yeah, this is parent and setting. So we'll only need these things. Okay. So I believe this is for the students who are watching online, the YouTube. So um, yeah, let me lock the room. No need. Lock the meeting. Yes. Nobody else can join. Yes. So this is your card. Yes. So, yes, you can start now. Why they okay.
Okay. Good morning.
Good morning, nurse.
I'm Vaidehi, one of the registered nurses in this outpatients clinic. As I know, you have been, sorry, may I know your name and age, please?
Yeah, I am Abraham Lincoln and I am 52 years old.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. Mr. Lincoln, as I know, you have been scheduled for transesophageal echocardiogram in the next week. Am I right?
You're absolutely right, nurse.
Okay. Have you had this test ever before?
Actually, I have never had an echocardiogram before, and I am feeling quite nervous because this is the first time I'm going to face this situation. I don't know what exactly it is.
Don't worry, I can understand your nervousness. Let me interpret you the procedure in detail, and that will be help you to clear your all questions. Yeah. So basically, transesophageal echocardiogram uses echocardiography to assess the structure and the blood flow and the um, function of the heart. And during this procedure, the ultrasonic sounds waves sent to that, and with that waves the images appears on the screen. Yeah. And this procedure helps doctors to provide you the provide you to provide a confirmed diagnosis to you, and according to that diagnosis your treatment plan can be carried out. So am I clear to you?
Yeah, of course, that you're very clear, nurse. But I have some queries. Okay, what I don't know anything about this, and before going to the examination room or whatever theater or wherever you are taking me for this so-called transesophageal echocardiogram, what are the things that I need to know. If there is anything that I have to know, can you please tell me?
Of course, your questions are reasonable, and there are some measures to be taken prior to this procedure, such as a 6 hours fasting is required, and during this period, your fluid and food are restricted. So this is one of the important pre-procedure preparation that is to be carried out from the your side. So will you able to follow this?
Yeah, of course, I have to because it concerns my health, and that is the fundamental matter for me. And I hope I'll feel okay afterwards. I mean, after the procedure or after the echocardiogram, because I'm planning to go out with my friends. I have
Okay,
something to do.
I understand, Mr. Lincoln. So, you know, during this procedure, you will be given some anesthesia, that is a local anesthesia. Uh, Kind of the spray will be given in your mouth, and the mouth guard will be inserted. And so basically this anesthesia effect will be there after the procedure. So there's some you may feel kind of discomfort or soreness, or you will be drowsy after the procedure. So after the procedure you will be kept in the observation period, and during that period if you have some discomfort or anything, you can report to the nurse or doctor over there. And if they are feel you are all right after the procedure, they will discharge you. And I would like to know about any friend or family will be accompanying with you on that day.
Right, nurse, that's quite fine. And yeah, I have a friend of mine. I requested her, and she said she'll definitely come and she'll stay with me afterwards too. So I don't want to have to wait longer for the results.
I understand your concern that, and you're right, you don't want to stay, but this is not the longer period will be, yeah, like a few hours you will be kept in because, the side effect of the anesthesia has to be analyzed. And if you feel drowsy, if you have discomfort, how you can go like that to home and something may occur. So prevent this complication, you have to be kept in the observation. I hope you understand the importance, to be in the hospital after the procedure for the short period. So will you able to follow this, and are you agree to stay after the procedure in the hospital for the short period?
Yeah, of course, nurse. If it is mandatory and if it is compulsory, or if the situation demands, I'm ready for anything. As I told you, my health is of a primary concern for me. I'm ready to oblige to your request.
Thank you for this acceptance. And as you mentioned before that you want to go outside immediate after the procedure. So once you are feel completely okay, all right, and you don't feel any drowsiness or any discomfort or soreness, if you don't feel those things, you are ready to go, but not for the outing, just to go back home and rest for that day. And next day you can carry out your routines. Second important thing, this result will be ready in 1 to 2 weeks. And as your appointment has been scheduled after the procedure with the GP, that time this result will be discussed with the consultant. Is that am I clear so far?
Yes, you're absolutely clear, and the information is, crystal clear. But I'll be glad once the procedure is over. Oh, it will be a lot of relaxation for me. Thank you, nurse. Is there anything else that you want to tell me?
Not really. I hope I clear this procedure, and the pre-procedure measures to be taken, and the post-procedure explanation I have given to you. So from my side, I have instructed all the things and required procedure. I inform you. If you have any concern, you can just share to me.
Yeah, of course, nurse. Definitely. But as of now, I don't have anything else. Thank you very much for your patience and kindness, nurse.
Thank you so much for your acceptance, and I hope you will be all right before the procedure and after the procedure. Don't worry, Mr. Lincoln. We will see you soon. Thank you.
Yeah, that's nice. So we have done the first speaking session for the day, and this is why the hickory and transesophageal echocardiogram, right? And yeah, why I have 7 things to tell. Every time I'll take 7. I'll tell more also, but now I'll tell you 7 points. You're repeating the name of the patient, Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Lincoln, Mr. Lincoln. One thing you have to be sure that there is no need to tell the other person, Mr. Lincoln, when there is only one person. So you know his name and he also knows his name. You don't forget, and he also doesn't need to be reminded, because only you are there, a nurse, and only he is there, a patient. That is, his name is Mr. Lincoln. So that only in the beginning, for confirmation purposes, you will use. For example, in between meeting, we always don't use the name of the person. We just talk into the subject. If you're coming outside, that means again you are going out of the subject. Okay, it's becoming
Okay, sir.
personal. instead of becoming formal. So when you are using
Okay.
the name of a person, it is becoming personal. So
Okay.
let it be formal. Formal means from the beginning to the ending, you know his name and he also knows his name. So there is no
Yes.
need. It's an official meeting. It's an official, consultation. In the beginning only, you have to see that the patient's name is Mr. Lincoln. That's all. Okay, right? If you want in the ending, you can say, thank you, Mr. Lincoln, for your support. And that also you no need to say, thank you very much for your kindness and for finished. No need to take the
Okay.
name of the patient one time and again. That's not so fine. It's not going well with me. I don't know how people are doing. That's not my concern. But I have to tell you something which is very important, because when you're talking to somebody, it is only one and only other person. So you need not take the name, because you are aware of the person and you're aware of his name, and he doesn't forget his name. So no need to use that. Avoid repetition of the name of the patient time and again. Okay.
Okay.
That means you're coming out of the subject to the supervision level and say, hello, my friend, like that. So next one.
Okay.
The second point is you're saying uh, unnecessary sound. There is no need for using this. Why don't you zip your lips if you don't have anything to say? If you are confused, just back to normal. So don't open your mouth unless and until you're sure of the words. So those sounds avoid, because they're coming without your knowledge. I don't know what to speak, so I just kept quiet.
Okay.
What's the problem? No problem. But these sounds are negative. So don't use these sounds like that. If you wantedly say, intentionally you say, that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Like that. These have meaning. These words, these sounds have meaning, but the sounds you are making don't have any meaning, because you don't even know that you are making these sounds actually. You can watch in the video afterwards. Then next one is generalization of ideas. Now, what is this generalization of ideas? So idea, there are points which you are there in your mind. Generalize those ideas and put it in words. To cut short, we can say idea generation. We can also say idea generation of ideas. You have to generate these ideas. Okay, generate these ideas. How you are generating these ideas? You have to develop it. For example, the patient is telling like this: what is there anything that I should do before I have your examination? Yes, there are two things that I'm going to tell you. First thing is providing you education regarding the procedure, what it happens. Number two, the pre-operative measures, or the measures that you have to take before, like fasting or not drinking water or whatever. So precautions, so that the procedure goes well, so that the echocardiogram goes well. So that is it. So these two things I would like to tell you. And yeah, there is another one, third one. Post-operatively, what is going to happen? So when we are going to discharge, is there anybody coming to take you, or are you staying here for some time, or should we make arrangement for you to go home? So like that. So pre-operative measures, that means before the operation, and while operative measures, that is during the operation, post-operative measures, that is after. So these three things you can discuss. You can say, there are three important things that I'm going to tell you, not only before my examination, before I have the examination, during the examination, and after the examination. So you asked me for only one thing, but I'm going to tell you three different things. First and foremost, what you have to do before your examination, blah, 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 tell everything. Then secondly, when you are on the table or when you are under examination, okay, during the examination, this is the thing what happens. So relax and stay cool. Nothing will happen because you'll see what is going to happen in the mirror in front or whatever. So that one. Then after the examination, you will feel a little bit nervous. Or you may have some post examination symptoms, after effects or ongoing problems or whatever. So, and then when you will get discharged, is there anybody? So all these three things, okay, you are going to discuss. So this you can talk in 3 stages. So how to develop? This is called idea generation of ideas. So you can talk about that one, right? Next one is, are you agree? Did you say the phrase, are you agree?
No.
You said, are you agree, right?
Yes.
Don't you think that this is wrong? You have to say, do you agree? Or are you agreeing?
Okay.
Are you agreeing? You are agreeing becomes, are you agreeing? Or do you agree? So remember this. This is a mistake that you are doing. Are you agree is wrong. So do you agree? That's the point. So remember that. Maybe that is your, already there in your mind, a standard sentence, but it is wrong. So what you have to do is write it 10 times and speak 10 times and practice this sentence every time, because it's coming just like that. And you may be, you are prone to do the mistake in the exam. So try to learn the style. And then getting stuck in between. You're getting stuck in between. That's why you are making these sounds and you don't get the idea. And suddenly you get stuck 3 or 4 seconds. You're there. Right. Next one. Avoid repetition. Avoid repetition. Repeating the same thing. Same words. Same ideas. Avoid. Then avoid personal pronouns. I, we, you, he, she, it, they. I'm not saying completely avoid. Avoid personal pronouns as far as possible. A, F, A, B. It's not as soon as possible, but it is as far as possible. That means whenever there is a chance to avoid, try to avoid these personal pronouns, because they are deteriorating the standard of your speaking session. I will explain you. What do you mean? Only you are the only one and only person in the world who is able to explain the situation to the patient. Why I? Are you boasting that you are great? Why this
No, we
I?
can.
Why I? Whenever you say I, it's something like egoism. It is something boasting. It is something about you. And it is something about personalization. You are bringing your person into the picture. We don't want who is explaining. We want only the explanation. Who is explaining is not necessary. The explanation is important. So directly jump into the explanation. You can just say like that. Okay. So what you are going to say is, the information regarding the examination will be provided. Firstly, what are the precautionary measures before going to the examination room? Secondly, the step-by-step actions during the examination. And lastly, the after effects of the examination and the planned discharge or transfer or whatever it is. All the relevant information will be provided in advance. Where did I say I? Where did I say you? Where did I say he? There is not even a single I or he or you. Why don't you use this passive voice? Because passive voice is the demand of the OET. Is that clear why they?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, what did you learn from this session? And how was this session? Was this session beneficial for you? Did you make some points which are important, or whatever you want to speak? You have 1 minute.
Yes, of course, this session is beneficial because I just point out, like what you said, like about the reputation and no need to make the unnecessary words. Just focus on the intentional sounds. Generalize your ideas before the start the conversation and be precise. Know about your personal some words like personal pronounces as possible as far as possible. And I mentioned this, do you agree? Sorry, I mentioned are you agree? So I have to correct myself. I will say do you agree? So
Yes. So that's very nice. Thank you.